Geography all the way.
I do geography, so I'm going to be a bit biased.
I definitely think geography is so much better.
History, it's about the past. It's irrelevant to modern day society.
History is more dates, things you have to remember, but geography, it's more logical, I think.
Totally history all the way.
In my opinion, I prefer history over geography.
I do history because I've always found geography like really boring.
I absolutely hate geography. Absolutely, I can't tell you.
I feel like learning about lakes and fields and rivers just isn't really my thing.
So I actually do both geography and history for GCSE. And I prefer geography because I just find learning about the world like really interesting, and I've always liked my teacher for geography.
My vote's got to be for geography. I love learning about how the planet works.
Definitely a geography fan. I feel like geography is more relevant. You're not just deliberating about the past, which is basically history, and trying to understand what happens in the past because it's already happened. I feel like with geography, you're looking at research from before and how you can use it to explain what's going to happen in the future.
History because geography is boring and confusing and I just hate it.
So this one's kind of easy for me because I love history. I think history is such a fundamental part of your education.
History, yes, it's important, however, it's all in the past. I'm doing a human geography degree at uni, so I'll be doing about like migration and like waste and all that.
I find history really interesting because I think when you look back on the past, it kind of shapes your future because you know what mistakes were made, you know what's happened.
That is so simple. History all the way. I don't know geography. The only thing in geography that I actually knew was rocks. Sedimentary. Metamorphic. Okay, I don't know rocks.
Well, for GCSE I took history. I think at the moment like nature's really important because obviously we've got the whole issue with like climate change and we should all be educated on the place we live. So maybe I'm gonna have to go for geography. I feel like I'm a traitor though.
I do history for GCSE and I hate it. I'm gonna have to side with history because I didn't take geography.
With geography, you get to learn about how to keep the world clean and safe.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate both history and geography. I chose history for a GCSE and it was such a mistake, I can't even begin to explain.
A very tough question, but I'd probably have to say geography is my favourite because it's to do with like what job I want to be when I'm older. I would quite like to be a pilot, so geography, learning about maps, compasses, all of that kind of stuff.
I'm much more of a history person.
History is my favourite subject, hands down.
I'm definitely a history person. Most of my friends are actually geography because I think history has too much content, but I think if you get your head around it, it's quite fun just to write about stuff.
I don't take either history or geography. If I was to go back and take one, I would probably take history.
So I take history and geography as a subject, and my favourite is probably geography, as recently we've been learning about Brazil and Bristol, and I'm kind of into all of that stuff.
I'm going to have to go with geography because I absolutely adore learning about like the environment, ecosystems.
It's really hard to choose. If I had to choose one, I'd probably choose geography, but I did enjoy them both.
I like history and geography.
Choosing between history and geography is actually quite hard.
Personally, I'm not really on either side. Like, I love history and I love geography.
I like history a little bit more.
I just think probably history because I understand it a bit more.
But I do probably enjoy history more than geography, but I just find it a lot more interesting and yeah, I just really enjoy it.